Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have an endless supply of motivation while others struggle to get out of bed? Motivation. It's a powerful word, isn't it? It's like the engine of a car. It's what gets us moving. It's what drives us forward. It's the spark that ignites our actions and the fuel that keeps us going. And just like a car can't run without an engine, we can't achieve our goals, we can't realize our dreams without motivation. But what exactly is motivation? It's a desire, a drive, an urge to achieve something. It's what pushes us to climb that mountain, run that extra mile, study for that exam, strive for that promotion. It's an inner force that compels us to act, to strive, to persevere. It's the key to success. Without motivation, we're like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly in the sea of life. Now here's the interesting part. Motivation isn't the same for everyone. Some people are driven by external rewards, money, fame, recognition. They're motivated by the prospect of gaining something tangible. Others are fueled by internal factors, personal growth, self-improvement, the satisfaction of a job well done. They're motivated by the journey, not the destination. Furthermore, motivation can fluctuate. There are days when we're brimming with enthusiasm, ready to conquer the world. And then there are days when the smallest task seems like a Herculean effort. But that's okay. Motivation isn't static, it's dynamic. It ebbs and flows, just like the tides. And that's what makes it so fascinating. So, why do some people seem to be perpetually motivated while others struggle to find their drive? The answer lies within us. We all have the power to harness our motivation. It's about finding what stirs us, what excites us, what challenges us. It's about discovering our passions, our interests, our goals. Motivation isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, it's a personal journey that is unique to each individual. How about we take a look at some real-life examples of people who've used motivation to overcome hurdles and achieve their goals? Our first story is about a woman named Sarah. Sarah was born with a physical disability that made it difficult for her to move around independently. However, she was determined to live a full and active life. Sarah found her motivation in her love for sports, particularly swimming. Despite her physical limitations, she pushed herself to train every day, focusing on her progress rather than her limitations. Her motivation did not stem from the desire to win competitions or gain recognition, but from her own personal goal to prove to herself that she could overcome her physical limitations. Today, Sarah is a Paralympic swimmer, inspiring many others with her story of perseverance and determination. Our second story is about a man named Mark. Mark grew up in a low-income family and faced financial hardships throughout his childhood. He knew that education was his ticket to a better life, but affording college seemed like an impossible dream. Nevertheless, Mark remained motivated. He worked multiple jobs while studying tirelessly to maintain excellent grades in high school. His motivation came from his desire to break the cycle of poverty and provide a better life for his family. Mark's hard work paid off when he received a full scholarship to a prestigious university. Today he's a successful entrepreneur, proving that determination and motivation can indeed turn dreams into reality. In both these stories, Sarah and Mark found motivation within themselves, not from external rewards or recognition. They pushed themselves to overcome their challenges, driven by their personal goals. They did not let their circumstances define them. Instead, they defined their own paths, motivated by their goals and the satisfaction of seeing their hard work bear fruit. Remember, motivation doesn't come from external rewards, but from the satisfaction of overcoming challenges and achieving personal goals. So ask yourself, what's your motivation? What challenges are you ready to overcome? What personal goals are you eager to achieve? Now that we've seen the power of motivation in action, what exactly is happening in our brains when we feel motivated? Well, the human brain is a complex organ, and it's the driving force behind our feelings of motivation. It all starts in a part of the brain called the nucleus accumbens. This area is responsible for our reward circuitry and is triggered when we're doing something we enjoy or when we're anticipating a reward. The nucleus accumbens then sends signals to another part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, which is involved in decision-making and goal-directed behavior. These signals create a surge of dopamine, a neurotransmitter often associated with pleasure and reward. This dopamine surge is what gives us that feeling of motivation and drive. But dopamine isn't the only player in the game. Other neurotransmitters like serotonin and norepinephrine also play a role in motivation. Serotonin is often linked to mood regulation, and higher levels of it can lead to increased motivation. Similarly, norepinephrine is involved in alertness and concentration, helping us to focus on our tasks and goals. It's like a beautifully orchestrated symphony, where each neurotransmitter has its own part to play. working together to create the feeling of motivation. But why does this matter? Understanding the science of motivation can help us harness it. For instance, engaging in activities that increase dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine levels can boost our motivation. This could be anything from physical exercise, which is known to increase dopamine and serotonin levels, to tackling smaller tasks first to create a sense of accomplishment, thereby triggering the reward circuitry in our brains. In summary, our brain is constantly working, sending signals and releasing chemicals, all to keep us motivated. It's a fascinating process, one that we can learn to understand and use to our advantage. Knowing how our brain responds to motivation can help us better channel it to achieve our goals. So, the next time you're feeling unmotivated, remember the science behind it and try to engage in activities that could potentially trigger these neurotransmitters. You might just find that motivation you were looking for. So how can you tap into this powerful force and boost your own motivation? Well, let's dive right into it. The first step is to set achievable goals. Notice we said achievable, not easy. Goals should be challenging enough to push you, but not so difficult that they lead to frustration. Remember, the journey is as important as the destination. Each step you take towards your goal, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. Celebrate those victories, they are fuel for your motivational engine. Now let's talk about mindset. Maintaining a positive mindset is crucial. It's like the weather vane of your motivation. When you're feeling down, your motivation tends to follow, so it's important to cultivate positivity. Surround yourself with positive influences, engage in activities that bring you joy, and practice gratitude. It's amazing how simply being thankful can lift your spirits and boost your motivation. Embracing failures as learning opportunities is another powerful tool. We all stumble, we all fall. But if we view these moments not as failures but as lessons, they become stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Remember, every great success story is peppered with tales of setbacks and comebacks. Don't fear failure, learn from it. Lastly, never underestimate the impact of your physical health on your motivation. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep can do wonders for your energy levels and in turn, your motivation. It's hard to stay motivated when you're feeling sluggish or run down, so take care of your body and your mind will follow. Boosting motivation is a continuous process, but with these strategies, you can harness it to reach your personal and professional goals. You're not just aiming for a one-time burst of motivation, but a sustainable, long-term drive. Remember, motivation is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So, start today, start now. Set a goal, maintain a positive mindset, embrace your failures, and take care of your physical health. Let's get motivated and stay that way. So, what have we learned about motivation today? We've journeyed through the intricacies of motivation, the invisible force that drives us to seek achievement, growth, and satisfaction. It's a fundamental part of our lives, a spark that fuels our actions and decisions. It's the power that pushes us to conquer mountains. It's the whisper that tells us to keep going when the going gets tough. We've delved into the compelling real-life stories of individuals who harnessed this power and accomplished great feats. These anecdotes serve as vivid examples of the transformative role that motivation plays in our lives. They are testaments to the potential that lies within each of us, waiting to be unlocked by the right amount of determination and drive. We've also explored the fascinating science behind motivation. We've learned that it's not just a fleeting feeling, but a complex process involving various parts of our brain. It's influenced by an array of factors, from our goals and values to our physiological needs. Understanding this science allows us to better manage our own motivation and use it to our advantage. Moreover, we've discovered practical ways to boost our motivation. From setting clear, achievable goals to cultivating a positive mindset, these strategies can help us ignite our inner drive and maintain it over time. They can empower us to persevere in the face of adversity and strive towards our aspirations with unwavering resolve. Lastly, we've underscored the significance of personal satisfaction in sustaining motivation. It's crucial to derive joy and fulfillment from our pursuits, as this can fuel our motivation and make our efforts feel worthwhile. When we're motivated by genuine passion and interest, we're more likely to stay committed and achieve our goals. In sum, motivation is a powerful tool, a beacon that can guide us towards our dreams. It's not just about reaching the finish line, but also about enjoying the journey and growing along the way. Remember, motivation is a powerful tool. Harness it wisely, and it can help you conquer any obstacle and achieve any goal.